Thinking. Hello. Critical thinking is that you're thinking in different dimensions about one thing. Generally, we always think about one side here. For example, one task is given, one right critical problem is given, or any kind of observation is given. We see only in one point of view. When the person looks the things in one point of view, that may be right or wrong. So that here the person has to think in both point of views. That's called critical thinking. Think in different ways, different point of views. If it is that, what happens? If it is this, what happens? If it is not like that, what happens? Okay, after that, after completion of this year, so if anything happens in middle of that, so what happens? So always the questioning. So here critical thinking refers to the act of questioning accepted ideas by seeking evidence and examining all sides of an issue. So what does it mean here? That you are going to give all sides of an issue in different angles. For example, when you can see in your family members, right, when they are taking any decision about a marriage, right, marriage proposal, so there it starts critical thinking. Bride or bridegroom thinks in different ways. So what actually bridegroom is doing, what's his qualification, not only seeing the photograph. So the photograph may be very good, but when it comes to critical thinking, I'm giving you an example here. Just seeing the photograph, so what kind of person he is, and what is studied, where he studied, so what would be the background? What about the parents? What will be the future? What's the income source? What is his monthly income? Why he is coming to get married me only? All the things. When you see the girl photo also, she is beautiful. How she would be? Whether she has very good relations with the people or not, or she is very good at anything or not. Whether she respects our parents or not. So like there are many thoughts which actually right mm, moves around. So when you take the decisions by analyzing the things analytically, when you think about those critical thinking point of view, that is right one. So by seeing only, that's okay, it's not good. Because as you know, in your childhood you might have learned that here, right, all that glitters is not gold, all that glitters is not gold. So sometimes by seeing the face may not be good, sometimes the face may be good and may not be right. So there will be many things. That doesn't mean that here all good faces are not bad, all bad faces are not good. So good faces are also may be bad, and bad faces also may be good. So sometimes expressions may be very arrogant, but the person may be very good. The person's face may be very polite and friendly, but internally he may be very arrogant. He may be harmful. So these are all the things, because when you are seeing the person, you have to think in different dimensions. When you think in different dimensions, that there you take the right decision. At the same, not only person, you can take any kind of people, when you any kind of issues, any kind of events, any kind of moments, any kind of situations, any kind of problems, any kind of festivals, any kind of functions, or anything. So then when you have the different kind of notions, at the time you are able to take the right decision. So that the critical thinking is very important, not only just straightforward. Some people say, sir, I am straightforward, sir, whatever it comes to my mind I do. So that is wrong thing. Whatever it comes to your mind, if you do that, there'll be many problems. Most of the people, there'll be failures. Whatever it comes to their mind, if they do that, there'll be many failures. 50%, 60% failures will be there. Only few people will be successful in that way. But when the person has critical thinking kind of attitude, definitely the person will be very successful. That is one thing. So that how should be the critical thinking, let us see the this one. So as you learned that how to improve critical thinking skills. Critical thinking refers to the act of questioning accepted ideas by seeking evidence and examining all sides of an issue. So you may be very good also. For example, the friend is being there for you or with you for so many years. and he went outside abroad or some other state. There is a gap after 4 years of time or 2 years of time, but don't expect the person would be the same when you had seen him as a child, because when he went outside his friend circle will be different. When he went outside his environment will be different. So the changes may be there at the time, but when he comes back again, if you assume that the person is as it is like when he was in childhood, sometimes there'll be right failure again, expectations will be wrong again. Then you have to start thinking, of course 4 years went off, of course what is friend circle and all. That is not negative thinking. Try to understand, some people may have the doubt that it's a negative thinking. It is not negative thinking, it's critical thinking, because you are going to be with the person, because being a friend, being better off to you, right? So being a partner in the business, right, what not, everything. So at the time definitely you have to think about the person in different dimensions, so that there actually you can take the right decision. So that expected and questions and all these are very important when you are going to take any kind of decisions. Critical thinking is required to recognize biased viewpoints, persuasive arguments which influence the reasoning power. So these are all things. So you can argumentative also, biased viewpoints. Sometimes some things are totally biased, right? It's only one-sided. So when the things are one-sided, then you think that here why the person is totally right non-biased, why the person is totally biased, what are the viewpoints of the person, what are the persuasive points, what are the argumentative points, why the person is really persuading the people. So why the person is arguing with the person. So what are the influences in his life, how he is going to influence, whether those influences are there on us good or bad. So these are all things really matters in critical thinking. And then retraining yourself as a critical thinker is possible if you, like an athlete prepares for better performance, pay close attention to technique and specific practices. So let us take only Sindhu, PV Sindhu. Of course all of you know PV Sindhu today. She is a right great icon today for everyone in the sports, especially in badminton from India, Telangana state, Andhra Pradesh. Even she was appointed as DSP in the Chandrababu Naidu government then. Then she is at the age of 26 years. She played really amazing. Even people expected she would definitely bring gold medal for India, but that would not happen. But still there was some critical thinking if it is like that. So the right sportswoman, right, the badminton player, the opponent who was there, and she had some critical thinking. What are the plus points, what are the minus points of the opponent, right person, how to defeat, how to defend the person. So all these things go on in the minds of the sports women or sportsman today as Olympics are going on. So just you can understand how critical thinking and how that actually judgmental. That's called judgmental. So when you have that critical thinking power, you are the judgmental about any kind of things. So then you will play well. So even Sindhu's game also was like that. There were really many thoughts went on around. When she was defeated, right? Then she felt right very sad about it, whether she could get prize for India or not. Then again she retrieved herself again, right? Got confidence, went on moving and fought against. Then she got the right thing. So here, if she was rejected, she would be rejected. If she was dejected, she would be rejected. So that there was no dejection. She felt that and she became just like a phoenix, the phoenix. What is a phoenix? Phoenix is a bird which tries to move up to the sky, and there is the heat of the sun, right? Then immediately right the wings of the bird burns. Then again it falls down. After some years, again it gets its wings, again it starts flying. So that's called when the person falls down, when rises, the person is symbolically said is a phoenix, is a phoenix. So that here, then you can see here Sindhu also phoenix, as she had great critical thinking power. So that here critical thinkers will have more stability and more willpower, and they can do everything very strongly and authentically. So, retraining yourself as a critical thinker is possible if you, like an athlete, prepares for better performance, pay close attention to technique and a specific practice too. Then, how critical thinking works. How does it go? Right? Really, sir, you can ask me, sir, why it's working? Really, it is good for everyone? It may not be good for everyone, but 100%, not 100%, 99%, definitely everybody is successful when they have critical thinking. But some people say that it's only negative thinking, but it is not negative thinking. So thinking in different ways is not negative thinking, analyzing about one thing, so that it's very good for everyone to be critical thinker. People bring prior knowledge to most issues. Critical thinkers add to this knowledge and consider other sides before taking a position. So that what happens there here? What happens there here? How does it work? Critical thinkers add to the knowledge and consider other sides before taking a position, taking a decision, taking an action, taking a work, right? Whatever. So here definitely they choose right things. So abruptly in haste. The works whichever you do in haste will be failures. Don't be haste. Be cool and move forward and find out the right one. Choose it, and that will be permanent in your life. So that will be the power of critical thinking. How that is works means here in that way it works. A person exercising critical thinking skills looks at the issue, considers the problem from various angles, examines evidence from all sides. So sees and never side. So that definitely it works well. So, for example, your sister's marriage is there at home, but your father is trying for getting money, right? Collecting from different sources and okay, arranging everything for the marriage of your sister. Then, being elder son or being elder daughter, you think that here, how could it be again after marriage? How could we again repay the money to different people? So, what are the financial sources for us? What's my salary? What's father's salary? What happens? How much income is there for us in month? So how could we pay again? If not, what are the properties? So these are all things called critical thinking. When these are there, we'll have right moment at right place. That is very good indeed, and takes action and looks back to the to consider the outcome. That's very thing. For instance, here, a coal mining company may claim that solar energy is too costly and such technology may be ineffective in a particular geographical area. So that you can see that if you see in the coal mining company, many claim that solar energy is too costly and such technology may be ineffective in particular geographical area. But that may be very good for many other areas. So it is totally different. For example, you can see Pedapalli, that area, coal belt is there. Coal belt. Coal belt means here complete coal mines are there. So from that to Khammam district up to that area, complete coal mines are there. But how far that coal mines are really useful for that area is different. But how far that is going to be helpful for nation, that is different. So taking that actually considering, definitely the people work there, and that's good for. Before accepting this statement, it is important to question it. First of all, you have to question it also. Some of the critical questions to ask could be: who is promoting the company? What happens? Why it happens? For example, if I work in the coal mine, what should I get? If anything happens in my life while working in the coal mine, what about my family's welfare? So these are all the things come into mind. When these come into mind at end of the point, horizon, it's called horizon. At the end of the horizon, definitely you are going to see something else. Do their competitors also feel the same way? Or who is promoting the company? What happens there? So these are all the things. This is important when you are going to take decision in fourth year, whether you want to go for CAT exam, whether you want to go for GATE examination, whether you want to write GRE exam, whether you want to go Australia, whether you want to go for America or any other country. Otherwise, you want to settle in Hyderabad itself and do a job. If you want to do the job in so and so company, what about your career development? How would be the salary at the initial stage? What about the career growth? How would be after 5 years? So there are all the things called critical thinking. So no need of going to somewhere else. If you question yourself, the answer comes finally. It's not the beginning. So after some hours, you are going to get some right idea. That's called critical thinking. That those will be very fine to their lives and they'll be successful at every place too. So that, of course, how many of you are already critical thinkers? I don't know. But now onwards, when the lesson is given to you, definitely now onwards you start thinking in different dimensions. Don't think only in one way. Two sides you have to think. Don't think about yourself. Think about your parents also. When you're taking decision about financial matter, otherwise going abroad matter, any other right related your family members, always you have to think about your siblings also, about yourself. You have to think about your parents and yourself. But think about your friend and yourself. Don't take decision from one side, take the decision from two sides. Then that will be fine for everyone. Then we can see additional information. You can see that here you can get information, additional information. Then regarding financial, as I told you that here environmental related considerations should be collected, and only after a deliberate consideration of each of the questions would be possible to form an opinion. So when you go on that collaborating and collated, right, environmental, financial, right, personal, right, all these questions go on. Considering all these things, form an opinion. Yes, there would be a possibility of forming an opinion. That opinion is not simply right with only immaturity. So with immaturity, whatever the opinion, what the decision we take, that would not be fine. So that here, when you have complete nourishment, when you have that complete maturity levels, we take the right decisions. The right decisions only our life path will not come from outside the area. The decisions what you take, that will be the life. So that, when you have that critical thinking power, you have that. For example, just simply I can say one boyfriend is there or a girlfriend is there, the person thinks in different way at the age of teenage or after engage somewhere, after right at workplace also, whatever. When you are going to get married one person, definitely you will have different scenario. Yes, so and so, so and so, so and so. Imagination about your life, imagination about bride's life or bridegroom's life, imagination about some other their parents life and our parents life. What would happen if it is intercaste? If it is really right same caste, no problem. But if it is intercaste, there'll be again critical thinking. Then the decision will be right. They'll not, the people could not lose their lives, because outside we see the people are losing their lives, they're committing suicides. So they're all are going on because they don't have critical thinking capacity. So that definitely when the person has critical thinking, they take right decisions. In other words, before jumping to conclusions, we must consider the available evidence in a systematic manner. Go on thinking, yes, this is, if I go to this guy, what happens? If I get this job, what happens? If I join in this company, what happens? Right? If I go abroad, what happens? If my parents come with me, what happens? If my parents will stay in Hyderabad itself, what happens? If I go alone, what happens? If I go along with my friend, what happens? These are all the things. When you analyze, there you get systematic manner. Definitely that is right decision for you. Then recognizing assumptions. At the same time, we can recognize assumptions. Yes, it happens so and so, so and so. Assumption is not hallucination. Hallucination is totally different, because the people feel that whichever is not there, it is there like. But assumption is here that happening. Things may be like, right, would happen like, okay. To think critically, we must first recognize bias. Bias could become an abstraction while considering the different ways to approach an issue. It may be easy to assume that solar energy is a low cost power source. See that here. Everybody feels that solar energy and wind energy is very low cost. But when you go on installing it, you understand what's the real expense of installing the solar energy. So seeing the solar energy, that's a different thing. But when you install those solar panels, right, then it's totally different. Solar pans. It may be easy to assume that solar energy is a low-cost power source, but the critical thinker would delve deeper to determine if that is indeed the case. So it will get into deeper thinking. What the deeper thinking here? Just see that here. Questioning. The best way to develop thinking skill is by examining an issue through question, by probing deeply with questions before reaching a conclusion. We can increase our receptiveness to deeper reasoning without judgment or bias. Just questioning, so that you are the judge. That's it. Why you are the judge? Because you have that knowledge to analyze and think about it, definitely, so that your parents also will accept it and your boss will accept it. When you are doing right, no need to listen to anyone. When you are doing wrong, definitely you have to introspect yourself. You have to introspect, find out yourself what really you are doing, whether you are doing right or wrong. When you introspect yourself, you understand, yes, I am doing something wrong, yes, I am doing something right. So definitely your conscience tells you definitely that yes, you are right. And because physically what you see, that's different, and conscience, what your conscience tells, that is right one. So that critical thinkers will have that power more than the non-critical thinkers. Actions and alternatives. How this will be again? We must interpret information from different sources and let go of our prior assumptions. I already explained you regarding it. I have given many examples. So your career, your marriage, your parents, okay, your other siblings and all this. So this matters here. Actions and alternatives. We must interpret information from different sources and let go of our prior assumptions. Critical thinkers try on, varying solutions by playing out the results to hypothetical conclusions. So how this will be? Hypothetical, no answer. This totally, there's no answer. It's away from our mind. Sometimes it's away from our mind. So that kind of go on thinking and finding out answer from the universe. So universe gives us the answer. That answer is right answer. For this, we must reframe the revised perspectives as clearly as specifically as possible and pose questions without requiring immediate answers. So just pose questions. Don't think that here you don't need to get immediate answer. So answer may not be immediate, but certainly there will be answer for you. It may not be immediate answer, but there will be sudden answer. The sudden answer changes your life. With the discipline to reserve judgment and to consider many aspects of the issue at hand, you can develop a clearer and more informed way of viewing the world as a critical thinker. So just you can see that how you are moving that the world as a critical thinker, the entire you can develop a clearer and more informed way of viewing the world. So when you are a critical thinker, you can see the world totally very clearer. You will not have any kind of hidden kind of things. You see everything transparent, everything is right. Then that is right decision, and you'll be the mentor to your siblings, you'll be the mentor to your right other people also. That's what you want to see that world very clearer. First of all, you have to be very very clear about your thoughts. How do you get that clear thoughts? When you have that critical thinking for that. So that critical thinking is very important to many people, maybe in the family life, maybe in the professional life, maybe in the personal life. Definitely that will give you great scope to take right decision. So the next topic is essay writing. As you know all, this been there actually in your childhood also, you might have written many kind of essays, but here some classifications are there. Essays are different. There'll be persuasive essays are there, argumentative essays are there, narrative essays are there, describing essays are there. So whatever it is, essay is essay. It may be divided into some paragraphs. As you know that here there'll be introduction and description and conclusion. So if you take one essay, that here there will be complete right topic, it's called topic sentence. That sentence leads the other sentences where you go into that descriptive kind of things and you describe everything well. So narrative, what you narrate the things, what you narrate the story, how you describe about your home, that's also an essay. Describe about your neighbors, that's also an essay. Essay can be anything, but it can be describing, narrative, right, argumentative, expository, experimental. So these are the things. Experimental means, what is experimental kind of essay ratings are there? When you are doing some research and finding out, then you are giving some findings. That's called experimental essay. That may be a kind of report, but that becomes an experimental essay. So here, the wherever you are involving in expository essays, you are involving into it and finding out the results and writing something else. That is called expository essays. So these are all the things, right, are important to know, because can't be the same students. You'll be some professionals tomorrow. When you become professionals, it is necessary to write some reports and some documents, definitely one day or the other day, so that you understand then what is describing, what is narrating, what is argumentative, what is experimental, what is expository, this kind of essays, how these are going to be working, right, and definitely giving or conveying the message to the readers, because in the point of view that because very good reader becomes very good writer. That's what, if you really read well, you are going to write very good essay, that then others will become readers of your essays. So that in point of view of the readers, definitely how you write it, whether you have to narrate, whether you have to describe, whether you have to argue on this, argue in the sense here, whenever two contradictory things are there, two contradictory elements are there, in that contradictory elements you are going to argue them. So this is this and so this is not so and so this is not so and so, like, so you argument, then seeing the topic, seeing the topic itself, you have to decide whether it is describing, whether it is narrating, whether it is argumentative, whether it is expository, experimental, like you have to decide that categories. When you see the topic itself, you understand whether describing or the other topics, like, so that essay writing is also an art. Style of writing is important. Using vocabulary is important. So writing is not simple subject, verb, objects or predicate phrases. People see, so predicate phrase is enough, sir. So voice active is enough, passive is enough. That's not the thing. Style of writing is different. Are you writing as a first person writer? Are you writing as a third person writer? Or are you writing as some other writers? Means here the writer's view. The writer is writing in writer's view. Sometimes we'll see in the movies here. Flashback in flashback. The movie is like that here. When the hero is narrating the flashback, right? Again, in that also, the one more flashback would be there. So like that, there'll be really, if you have that kind of literature knowledge, you'll enjoy writing indeed. But whenever you get leisure, definitely you spend some time for reading and writing, your stress will be totally away from you. Whenever you feel stressed, whenever you feel stressed, just go for it. Definitely there will not be any kind of stress. Definitely you'll be fine there. The word essay comes from the Latin verb, right, exegere, which means to examine or to test. Exegere, it's called exegere. So where we understand, that's called to examine or test, that's called essay, which has been derived from Latin. And an essay allows a writer to test or examine his or her ideas about a particular topic. The topic important skills required for writing an essay are clarity and accuracy in expression, the ability to make effective use of words and phrases to express ideas. So how you are effectively you are using, not simply subject verb object or active passive. How effectively you are conveying. The person has to feel this is really very good essay. The ability to understand and organize ideas relevant to a topic in a coherent manner. So it should not be deviated. It should have that connectivity. Cohesion in the sense here, so grammar point of view, all grammar components cohesion. Coherence in the sense here, sentence to sentence, there must be some connectivity. Paragraph to paragraph, there must be one connectivity. So these are things must be taken care. When it comes, when you are a voracious reader, if you are voracious reader, you are able to divide that part definitely in different styles. You can see here an essay is mainly divided into three sections here: introduction, body of the essay, and conclusion. Introduction: the introduction of the essay is a single short paragraph which explains the purpose and the scope of the essay, as I explained to that. So that's compulsory. So in introduction itself, we are going to give complete content, how you are going to write it, and background to see the topic, and background to see the topic, what is that, the reader may require some background information to understand the writer's position. So how you are taking that here. So some people write, once upon a time it was past and it is there here, when I visited the place it started there. So do you know you can start like this also? Do you know it's called hook? It's called hook. So you are giving some hook there so that your so do you know there was a person who was moving? So you started giving that answer itself, but you are questioning the reader. Do you know do you know there was a monument in Ramappa, right? Which is right in Warangal district. The temple was constructed in so and so. So do you know you are questioning, but you are giving a line to them in the essay itself. You started with the question. That's called hook. So you can give that kind of things also. So writing has different styles. So when you read it, you understand what kind of styles are there. The reader may require some background information to understand the writer's position. Thesis statement. The statement establishes the view of the writer. It also shows whether the writer is planning to argue or discuss the topic. So by saying that here you are arguing or discussing, narrating, describing, as I told you that here, these parts are very important. So introduction part, background of that here, and thesis statement, how you are giving that. So you must be very careful while dividing the paragraphs where you are going to convey to the readers. So in the reader's point of view, you have to write sometimes when you are writing an essay, because you are writing a document means here that must be read by your higher authority, that must be read by your subordinates, so that at the time how you are classifying them, that's very important. That's what body of the essay is very important. The structure of the essay is very important. The body can be divided into two or three parts. The paragraph should be well structured with one main idea related to the topic and the supporting details which justify, prove, extend the main idea. The topic sentence provides the main idea of the paragraph. So you can divide that here. What structured kind of right related to the topic and the supporting details which justify, prove, extend the main idea here. Topic sentence is very important. How it is going to lead further in the paragraph. So you can find out here some more points for that. If the topic sentence is not clearly identified, the paragraph should be able to convey the main idea. So if topic sentence is not clear, you are starting the essay with a question, with a question, open-ended question. When you are starting with open-ended question, you have to discuss many things that, right? So that must be very careful when you are starting the first sentence. The first sentence has to decide what you are going to discuss in the essay. So that kind of strengthened sentence must be focused, so that the topic sentence is not clearly identified. The paragraph should be able to convey the main idea. Definitely, you have to say everything in the one paragraph, right? What you are going to say about. The paragraph in the body of the essay can be coherently linked through the use of discourse markers and transition signals. Conclusion may be like here. A concluding paragraph summarizes the main idea of the essay here. So as you know that how you are concluding, in the conclusions you can say some findings also, and you can say some references also why you are saying. So when you are giving references, you can say according to so and so person, according to so and so, as I referred, it has been given in that, so that I definitely feel that it will be very good for. So you are going to decide in that way, so that it will be fine for anyone that what you are going to say in the conclusion. So by discussing everything in above paragraphs, in the conclusion paragraphs, how you are going to decide and how you are going to convey to the readers, how whether the readers are convinced with your convey. That's very important. It involves restating the writer's position and summarizing the main points of the essay, while introducing new ideas, arguments in the conclusion. So, again, whenever you are going to conclude anything, again, don't put any new things in it. Already we discussed, no? So that's enough for us. Again, whatever the idea you get, again, you go on writing means here, it will not be a conclusion part. Conclusion part must have conclusion by findings and references, why you are saying, why you are supporting the topic, what you are saying, what you discussed. That must be in the conclusion. Not again the new ideas or new arguments which are not discussed in the above paragraphs. Types of essays, as I already explained you it, just for for your glance, you can see. They are here: descriptive, narrative, informative, expository, argumentative, and exploratory. Explore things here, finding the things. Okay. So how these are? So based on this, by seeing the topic itself, we have to decide whether the essay is to write in descriptive or narrative, informative, argumentative, or exploratory. So keep in your mind, that's enough for us. So descriptive can be description of a place or a thing, need not be limited to a visual description. You can go write non-fictional also. When you are describing, it will be non-fictional sometimes. So sometimes you visited Ooty or Kodaikanal somewhere else, but your imaginary and aesthetic pleasure gives you more information than whatever is there. Sometimes it goes into that exaggeration. So writer can write anything. So that in writings, these kind of things are very important to follow. Descriptive can be description of a place or a thing, need not be limited to a visual description, should include the other senses of perception like hearing, smelling, touch, etc. Can be structured based on the different aspects of the description also. So it can be structured in different aspects of how you described it and all. So that narratives, how the narratives are there, narrative kind of essays you can write, recounts an event, an incident, or an experience, or retells a story. As I told you that here, how you narrate. For example, you are narrating about your annual day, you are going to narrate about your farewell party, you are going to narrate about your trip, you can narrate your trip in fourth year or third year, you go for a industrial tour, right, an industrial tour. Then you can narrate it. That can be an essay also. Everybody can write an essay based on that. But in the earlier days, people used to go any other industrial tours. They would have one diary also. They would note every points. So after coming out, they would write travelogue. That's called travelogue. Travelogue in the sense here, the person who travels everywhere and writes about his experiences in that, that becomes a travelogue. So that kind of people also there, they earn a lot of money. You can see in the geographical channel or any other right historical channels, you'll find out travelers all over the world and how they have become. Right, Mark Polo, who came to India, is a traveler, but he's a world known person. So that we can write some things while traveling also. Often written from the writer's personal perspective, the thoughts, feelings, and attitudes of the writer towards the subject matter are conveyed to the reader. So that his thoughts. So reader has to feel sometimes. Reader has to be taken into the place where the narrator is. I mean to say, the essayist is writing something else. So that's narrative style. Informative, giving just information, conveying message, generally on WhatsApp and in write emails and all, how we write, that's also called an essay, but it's totally expository. It is shown. Expository in the sense giving information, so it is shown to something. So conveys information to the readers, focuses on factual details, only factual details. For example, brochures, when you are writing a brochure, in that also will have many paragraphs. The faculty, for example, faculty, it's about faculty. H&S, it's about H&S. uh, CSC AML, it's about CSC AML. So heading is that, and then there are thought writing, that is called informative kind of essays. Writing about CSC department, writing about H&S department, writing about so and so. So like that's also essay, but it is totally information, right? Conveys information to the readers, focuses on factual details, requires some amount of research. The type of information will determine the structure. Should avoid overload of information, technical jargon, and complex detailing. So these are technical jargon means vocabulary. So vocabulary which you use specifically for particular subject, that's called a jargon. So technical jargon you have to use in it. So it must be very research oriented because you are giving complete information to people. People have to believe that. So then they get right information from your essay. So you can see our site. If you see our Shreyas Institute of Engineering and Technology site, you'll find out a kind of essay about the departments, ECE, CSC. Just you can see a glance. Of course, how many of you have browsed our Shreyas Institute of Engineering and Technology site? I don't know. But if you don't, please browse once. You'll find out what is informative kind of things. Now exploratory. Explore. Explore the things. Find the things, takes the subject matter, often a problem, statement, and analyzes it in detail, right? Unravels the layers of complexity and goes to the heart of the problem, tries to find a solution to the problem, or at the very least make suggestions to help find one. So that whatever they are going to find out doing research and right and complexity kind of things and many other, and you are finding out and giving that outputs. So you are giving some output to the people which could not be seen by the reader. So there you are the researcher. Then argumentative. This is very simple. So there are many issues. When you are taking two issues, definitely you have to argue which is best, which is the best, right? Seeks to convince the reader to accept the writer's point of view, right? As I told you that here, writer point of view is very important always. Arguments need to be constructed carefully and supported by evidence. Really, I'm writing one novel now. That's about entire Indian scenario. This called argumentative kind of. It's not essay, but the writing will be only right about argumentative. What's happening in the nation? Why the things are going in wrong way? Why the things are going in right way? In every field, not only one field, in every field. That just I'm focusing on that. That's we are getting that here argumentative. Arguments need to be constructed carefully and supported by evidence. Often takes a stand, but can also accommodate opposing points of view. An argumentative essay is based on what is it? Debatable topic and attempts to convince the reader to accept an opinion or to take some action or both here. So as you know that when we debate orally, if you say that it is debate. So argument is one-sided, and when you are writing, it becomes the two sides. You are arguing this is so and so, this is so and so. So debatable kind of things. So debatable here, one person is this and one person is this, one person is this, one person. So why Telangana is necessary? Why Andhra is necessary? Why actually KCR is doing like this? Why the other person is doing like that? So there are many things argumentative. You'll get more points in this also. Then this about the essay rating at the same time, right? What we learned, critical thinking. So critical thinking, essay rating. So these are very important to you people to become professional writers and professional decision makers. So for the decision makers, critical thinking is important. The professional writers, how to write essay, what kind of essays are there, that's important. And one more thing is here, just simple topic, just I give you only oral presentation for you. Just you can see, this called Pressy rating. You know, what is Pressy rating? Pressy is in the sense here writing in brief. For example, you are given 200 words, means here you have to make it, right, 50 words. So how to write them? There are actually other topics also here. You can go through this and write your own. So the topics are essay writing topics are given for you. Just go through yourself and find out what are what. Just I have given complete lesson for or lecture on critical thinking and what are the essay ratings. So now let us see Pressy rating. It is very simple one. That's what I am not going to show you that PPT also. Just only Pressy is nothing other than writing in brief of any kind of paragraph or any kind of book, whatever. So this called book review. You know, book review. Have you listened to book review? Any one of you? Book review. How many of you listened to book review? Yeah, book review nothing other than reading the book and giving your opinion on that. That's called book review. So how you give here? You can't say from first page to the last page whatever is there in that. You can't say all the characters dialogues in that. But you can give some review. What's what, right? What is the gist of it? What is the content is really covered? So these are all you are going to give that. So in that way, Pressy writing also a kind of writing where you are able to write shorten that big paragraph, but not that you're cutting the sentences. But there should not be any damage to the main theme of the right paragraph or a content. You have to understand it. That's what comprehension, I said that you have to understand it and write in your own words, right, reducing the words and using the appropriate words. For that, what we do first, what is the first step here for writing a Pressy rating? So for writing a Pressy rating, the first step is that you picking up the important sentences. So important sentences may be different from all the 60 students. No need of taking the same sentences, right, by all the 60 students. 60 students will have different important points. I feel some sentences are important and you feel some sentences are important. But everybody feels different sentences, so that you feel that whichever you feel that the important sentences from 200 sentences which are there, and pick up them and write write somewhere, right? You, that's called rough work. You are doing pre-writing work. That's called pre-writing work. You are taking that pre-writing work and keeping on, right, or putting on a paper. Then you understand it again second time. You read the second reading, you understand it. Then what you do here, you start writing whatever you understand. But don't rewrite the sentences whatever is there in the original, right? Should not write the same sentences whatever are there in the original in the précis writing. Précis writing may be asked in the examination. Try to understand. Letter writing may be asked in the examination. So if précis writing is given, they give some, right, piece of complete writing, and in that you have to pick up the important sentences and write it and put heading that it's a rough work or pre-writing work. You can write pre-writing work or a rough work. Then again you read it, second reading. Then you can have some conclusion of what's theme of this year. Then you start writing in your own words. So when you write in your own words, reducing the words of the original content, that becomes a précis. That becomes a précis. Then you can give a title for it. What is the title? The title may be COVID scenario. The title may be technological. Whatever it is, the whatever that actually the précis consists, that you give that one. Of course, you understand it. Précis writing is very simple than letter writing. Don't leave it. But only thing is here, you have to write in your own words, reducing the original content or original context of the, right, anything. So that this is about overall précis writing, and the fourth lesson is finished by this. Thank you so much for being with me, all of you. And only fifth lesson is left. Definitely will finish by 10th. All right, definitely. Please, all of you come prepared. Will be fine. We'll discuss the first turn. Actually,